Ah, there you go, friends. Doc South here. And as you know, I like doing these Lord's Prayer moments, not so much to preach, but to give people I don't know, I kind of save the Lord's Prayer moments for my most positive videos, if at all possible. And I find it to be an extremely positive prayer, and I'm quite the fan of it. and the and of course, don't mean to preach on people, but just to point out that the the same feeling I get may come to you and make you feel. It may give you some strength in moments where you could use a little extra chutzpah to get through a situation. Um, I know whenever I walked into the rescue squad down south, I used to down in North Carolina. I I muttered that prayer, under my breath as I walked through the door, and I got a hunch other guys did too on the squad. It just sort of puts you in a better frame of mind for going out to see some of the things that you will most likely see that duty shift. It helps. And but I was thinking of now, where have I seen times where saying the prayer is actually, I think, perhaps saved the bacon. And the other, I don't know, it was a while back. I was thinking back. Well, as you know, I work in a supermarket, and basically, uh, I'm not a cashier. I can't figure that out. Yeah, the no anything with a computer at the store, I can't do. You got to be kidding. but but if it's lugging, if it's pushing and shoving, if it's cleaning, okay, I can do it. Well, one day, I don't know, some time ago now, I had a chore where they wanted a lot of the stuff that comes into a supermarket by way of tractor trailer is on pallets, and you have these massive pallets full of cardboard boxes full of stuff that goes on the shelves. Okay, and sometimes, well, these things they get a little wacky. They maybe the weaker boxes are on the bottom instead of being on the top, and the pallet will shift. The load will shift. Well, that happened to one of the pallets that was in a frozen food locker at the store, and we had to get it out of the locker to get the boxes ready to go on the shelves. And yet this box, okay, a box would normally be sitting like this. Rather the pallet would be sitting like this. It would look, in fact, about that proportion, a little higher than it is wide. Well, this one was more like that. Yeah. And all the big heavy stuff was up here. All the light, weaker stuff was down on the bottom. And so this was not looking good. And yet it had to come out of the cooler. And we're sitting there, a friend of mine and myself, we're thinking, what in God's name are we going to do here? God, love it, duck. And again, this was some time ago. And I won't say the fellow's name, but it we were looking at it and we say, man, this is going to collapse. I just know this is going to collapse. And then we're going to have so much of a mess to pick up. There might be broken containers in the boxes, all that stuff. Oh, we're thinking, God, love it, duck. So it was still all up in plastic wrap. About the only thing we could do was attempt to get it out of the cooler and then up to have the leaning side up against a wall. And that would hold it until we could start knocking it down. The lower we got at the top, as we pulled boxes, the less chance of stuff falling all over the floor and breaking. And we're both scratching our heads. And this fellow I was working with said, well, we may as well start moving it. I said, yeah. I said, you know what might help? He says, what? Yeah. I said, why don't, as we pull it, why don't we say the Lord's Prayer? And I said, I'm not meaning that to preach, but doggone, I think that that would, I think maybe it'll help. He says, you're right. Let's do it. So here's two guys, our Father who art in heaven, and we're pulling that thing as slowly as we can out of the box. We get it past the for thine is the kingdom, the power, and we got the box out, and just as we say amen, and we got the box up against the doggone wall, and everything was safe. It worked. Oh, it worked. Now I'm not. It may be that the plastic wrap held all by itself, but I don't know. I think we had a third pair of hands there pushing on that box. I think it might have been the big guy. I don't know. But I guess we got an attaboy for that. And yeah, the boxes are all, people are buying the stuff now, and not one piece got broken. And we didn't get, because, sometimes these things decide to tip over. They take the pallet jack with them. They're such a mess. And, it gets really hairy. So, I was kind of tickled. So there's a case anyway where the Lord's Prayer definitely, besides being bolstering your attitude, actually I think got us out of a jam. I'm just saying. Who knows? But I'm saying. All right. Anyway, so Lord's Prayer moment, of course. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Are you taking notes? Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. There's the part. Yeah, deliver us from evil, for thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. So be it. And there ain't nothing more evil than a doggone pallet of food stuff that's just collapsed over on its side. Oh, man, is that evil. Anyway, I'll see you later, friends. Thank you, and God bless. Okay, bye now.